The words up here different from the words in the rooms below. The rooftop conversations are different from the same conversations at the table below. The open sky removing something from the usual carefulness. The height changing the weight of what is said. The view making the small things correctly small, and the large things available to be said without the ceiling pressing down on what is actually meant. What the open air does to conversation, that the room with its ceiling could not. The thing said on the roof that wasn't said at dinner. The question asked after the third hour, when the sky had changed enough for the question to become possible. The answer given in the warm dark above the city, that could only have been given here at this height, with the open sky above it all. She says it on the roof, what she didn't say at dinner. The height having done what height does to the things that need saying, made them lighter, made them possible. What the open air does to conversation, that the room with its ceiling could not. The thing said on the roof that wasn't said at dinner. The question asked after the third hour, when the sky had changed enough for the question to become possible. The answer given in the warm dark above the city, that could only have been given here at this height, with the open sky above it all. The rooftop conversations are the honest ones, the elevation having separated what needed to be said from the weight of saying it at street level. The same words lighter up here, the same honesty less heavy in the open air. The roof having held what was said, the conversation complete. The city below none the wiser, the words spoken into the warm dark that kept them. The EP in one image, the roof, the evening, both at their best together. The rooftop evening is the season's greatest invention, the combination of the height and the warmth, and the long May light in the city below providing the view, and the sky above providing the ceiling that has no ceiling. the stone, from the air, from the sky that held the sun all day and is giving it back in increments. The city below being the city, the sky above being the sky, the person between them being present in the open sky hour that May made available. She has been coming up here every warm evening since the season changed temperature, has watched the evening from this height enough times to know exactly what it is, which is worth it every time without diminishment. What you get when you take the rooftop and the May evening and put them together. The roof, the evening, the warmth from the stone, from the air, from the sky that held the sun all day and is giving it back in increments. The city below being the city, the sky above being the sky, the person between them being present in the open sky hour that May made available. The rooftop evening doesn't require anything except the climbing of the stairs and the opening of the door and the step out into everything the season has been preparing since the cold ended and the warmth began its long, patient arrival. The rooftop, the evening, both complete in each other. The season having delivered everything it promised from up here looking down at the city that made all of this worth living in. The roof with people, the city below the people, everyone at their best altitude. The rooftop party season opens in May, the first gathering of the warm months. On the highest accessible surface, the warmth making the roof the obvious choice. The city below the backdrop that requires no decoration. The sky above the ceiling that no room can compete with. What the rooftop does to a gathering that a room cannot replicate. The sky as ceiling, the city as walls, the voices above the city, the laughter above the traffic, the glasses catching the last light of the evening sky. Everyone on the roof for the same reason. Up here everything is better. The conversation, the wine, the other people, all improved by the elevation that the warm season made possible for the first time since last year. She arrives late, the party already going, steps out onto the roof stops before joining the others to take the first look at the city below, at the sky above, at the people between them, all of them briefly perfect in the rooftop light of the May us to a gathering that a room cannot replicate. The sky as ceiling, the city as walls, the voices above the city, the laughter above the traffic, the glasses catching the last light of the evening sky. Everyone on the roof for the same reason. Up here everything is better. The conversation, the wine, the other people, all improved by the elevation that the warm season made possible for the first time since last year. The rooftop party season is the season, social proof that warmth changes what people do and how they do it. The same people who were inside all winter, now outside at altitude, talking to the sky as much as to each other. The party continuing into the warm dark, the city below indifferent to the celebration above it, both of them going about their business in the warm May night. The few that make it through the city's light, still they're still certain of themselves. The stars above the city are the stubborn ones, the ones bright enough to win the argument against the ambient light that the city uses to erase them. The few dozen that insist on being visible from the rooftop of a city that never actually gets dark enough for the full sky. What the stars offer that survive the city's best efforts to outshine them. The 2 or 3 above the east horizon, the one directly overhead, impossible to name but present. The particular satisfaction of finding what persists through everything that tries to erase it. The few that remain entirely themselves, undimmed by the argument the street lamps make against them. She finds them from the rooftop, counting 3, then 5, then 1 more very faint at the edge of the east. The city's light allowing exactly these and no more. The stars having negotiated their visibility with the city and keeping their end of the deal. What the stars offer that survive the city's best efforts to outshine them. The 2 or 3 above the east horizon, the one directly overhead, impossible to name but present. The particular satisfaction of finding what persists through everything that tries to erase it. The few that remain wanting what persists. The stars still there, the city still lit, both of them stubborn in their own way. Below us all of it, going about its business without looking up. The city below us on the rooftop has no idea we're watching. Goes about everything it goes about at this hour. The deliveries, the conversations on the street, the window to buildings over where someone is doing something in a lit room. All of it available from up here. None of it meant for us. What we see from the roof that the city wasn't showing us, just was doing, and we happened to have the angle. The street below doing its evening things, the building across lit from within, the small figures on the crossing, too far to be recognizable, close enough to be people. Everything reduced to the beautiful by the distance the rooftop provides. The reduction, not diminishment, just the right scale for seeing all of it at once. She points out things to no one in particular. The restaurant where they ate last month, the route she takes to work, visible from here as a simple line through the grid, rather than the complicated experience it is on the ground. What we see from the roof that the city wasn't showing us, just was doing, and we happened to have the angle. The street below doing its evening things, the building across lit from within, the small figures on the crossing, too far to be recognizable, close enough to be people. Everything reduced to the beautiful by the distance the rooftop provides. The reduction, not diminishment, just the right scale for seeing all of it at once. The city below us is the same city we navigate daily at street level. From the rooftop, it is something else, a system, a pattern, a lit grid that we are a part of when we are in it, and can see when we are above it. The city below continuing into the night, the rooftop above it still watching, both of them going about their business. And the warm evening that belongs to both. Still warm from the sun, the feet knowing it before the mind does. The rooftop under bare feet in May has a texture that shoes never delivered. The warm tar, or the warm gravel, or the warm concrete, depending on the roof. All of them warmer than the air above, all of them honest about the temperature, in the way that shoes politely prevent. What the warm roof tells the bare feet about the day it collected from the sun. The warmth from below meeting the warmth from above, the body between them receiving both. The roof stored heat and the evenings remaining warmth from both directions simultaneously. The bare feet, the most direct connection available between the person and the season that collected all this warmth for exactly this. She takes her shoes off on the rooftop, not because anyone suggested it, but because the warm surface required the direct contact. The body knowing before the thought arrived. Shoes off this warmth through the soles now. What the warm roof tells the bare feet about the day it collected from the sun. The warmth from below meeting the warmth from above, the body between them receiving both. The roof stored heat and the evenings remaining warmth from both directions simultaneously. The bare feet, the most direct connection available between the person and the season that collected all this warmth for exactly this. Barefoot on the rooftop is the body taking the shortcut to the season, removing the layer between it and the warm surfaces the season prepared all day for this exact contact. The shoes to the side, the feet on the warm roof, the city below, the season all around, everything as it should be and may on the roof at this hour. The 20 minutes when the city is inexcusably beautiful. The magic hour over the city is the photographer's most wanted moment and the city's best performance for whoever is watching from the right height at the right time. The gold on every surface that faces west, the long shadows making the familiar strange. What the city looks like in the 20 minutes when the light is doing everything at once. The gold on the towers, the shadow in the canyons below them, the water catching both and refusing to choose. Everything in the warm light that arrives once a day for 20 has been present for every magic hour since May began. The 20 minutes, her daily appointment with the city at its most cooperative. What the city looks like in the 20 minutes when the light is doing everything at once. The gold on the towers, the shadow in the canyons below them, the water catching both and refusing to choose. Everything in the warm light that arrives once a day for 20 minutes and makes everything worth seeing, including the things that were already beautiful every other hour too, now worth even more. The magic hour is not magic, it is physics. The angle of the sun at a specific degree, producing a specific quality of light on a specific set of surfaces that happens to be exactly what the eye has always wanted the city to look like. The gold going, the 20 minutes complete, the city returning to its normal beauty, which is considerable, but not this. The same roof, the same city again, still new every time. The view never gets old is the claim that the rooftop makes. Every time you step out onto it and find it true again. The city below, not the same city as last time, just the same buildings, but the light different, the hour different, the season a week further along, the view offering a new version of itself every time it is visited. What the same view gives the 20th time that the first time was too overwhelmed to notice. The familiar skyline doing something unfamiliar with this particular evening's light. The building you know by heart lit differently tonight than it was last week. The water below had a color it hasn't been since that one evening in April that you also stayed for. The view, not repetition, variation, the same theme in a new key every time. She has been coming here for 3 summers, still comes to the same spot at the same railing, still finds new, still finds the city doing something with the evening light that she hasn't seen exactly before. What the same view gives the 20th time that the first time was too overwhelmed to notice. The familiar skyline doing something unfamiliar with this particular evening's light. The building you know by heart lit differently tonight than it was last week. the water below at a color it hasn't been since that one evening in April that you also stayed for. The view, not repetition, variation, the same theme in a new key every time. The view never gets old because the view is not the buildings. The view is the light on the buildings, which is never the same light, which is always new. The buildings, the constant, the light, the variable, the view, the conversation between them that never repeats. The view tonight, new, despite everything she knows about it. The city still doing what the city does with the evening that was given to it today, which is something she hasn't seen before. Three people, the roof, the city, all four of them at their best this evening. Three people on a rooftop in May is the ideal number for the view. Two people and the view competes with the two. Four people and the conversation drowns the view. Three people and the view is a participant, not a backdrop. Three voices, three silences, three ways of seeing the same city from the same roof at the same hour. What three people bring to a rooftop that two or four couldn't. The right number for the right view. The three chairs facing the city, the three glasses at the three angles, the conversation that goes quiet when the view requires it, and resumes when the view has been received. The three of them in the best arrangement for the May evening that offered itself to whoever showed up on this roof tonight. She is one of three, knows the other two well enough for the silences to be comfortable, not well enough for the view to be taken for granted. The three of them at exactly the right stage of knowing each other for a rooftop in May. What three people bring to a rooftop that two or four couldn't. The right number for the right view. The three chairs facing the city, the three glasses at the three angles, the conversation that goes quiet when the view requires it, and resumes when the view has been received. The three of them in the best arrangement for the May evening that offered itself to whoever showed up on this roof tonight. Three people door that allows the view to be both seen and share the city below, asking only that 3 people pay attention, which they do, for the length of the May evening that they were given, the 3 of them, on the warm roof, the city below, still going, the evening complete, in the number of people it needed to be witnessed properly. Stairs, the door, the roof, the whole city below, as if it was always yours. Up on the roof in May is the city at a different scale. From up here, the problems of the street correctly size the noise at the right distance. The view providing what views provide, which is perspective, without requiring you to have done anything to earn it. Just climbed the stairs, found the door, and stepped out into the whole city, which was waiting. What the rooftop gives to whoever makes the climb, without promise of what they'll find. The city spread below, the evening beginning in it. The first lamps in the buildings across, the sky above still blue but darkening. The roof warm under bare feet, the whole experience of elevation. Without altitude, the city still present, but at the distance that makes it beautiful rather than demanding. She brings the wine up in 2 trips, the second time not looking at the stairs, just ahead at the door that opens onto the whole city, which she has access to. From this roof any evening she chooses. What the rooftop gives to whoever makes the climb, without promise of what they'll find. The city spread below, the evening beginning in it. The first lamps in the buildings across, the sky above still blue but darkening. The roof warm under bare feet, the whole experience of elevation. Without altitude, the city still present, but at the distance that makes it beautiful rather than demanding. Up on the roof is the most democratic elevation available. Not the penthouse, not the observation deck, just the roof of the building you live in. The city yours from the stairs you take anyway. The view, the reward for climbing one more floor. The roof still on the city below, Nothing starting without being asked. The whole thing available from here for the length of the evening that agreed to be this good. The wind different at this height from the wind on the street. More of itself, less interrupted. The wind at this height has not yet been broken by the street-level obstacles, the parked cars, the doorways, the bodies of pedestrians. Up here the wind arrives intact at its original speed, with its original temperature and direction. The rooftop receiving the unedited version. What the wind is before the street has its way with it. The height returning the wind to its original character. The hair moving more than on the street. The jacket required when it wasn't below. The air doing what air does at elevation that lets it be what it originally was before the buildings broke it into the ground level gusts that pedestrians accept as sufficient. Up here being the actual thing, the street only ever seeing the aftermath of. She leans into it, the rooftop wind that is more than the street wind, more consistent, more itself. The jacket, a reasonable price for the actual wind rather than the edited version. What the wind is before the street has its way with it. The height returning the wind to its original character. The hair moving more than on the street. The jacket required when it wasn't below. The air doing what air does at elevation that lets it be what it originally was before the buildings broke it into the ground level gusts that pedestrians accept as sufficient. Up here being the actual thing, the street only ever seeing the aftermath of. The wind at this height is the city's most honest weather. Not filtered, not redirected, not slowed by the architecture. Just the wind as it arrived before the buildings had their say. The wind still at its rooftop speed. The city below getting the edited version. The roof keeping the original for anyone with the access to be up here in it. The evening that started somewhere else ended up here on the roof, which is where evenings go when they're good. The evening that started in the cafe, you moved to the street, ended up on the roof. used to be finished before it had shown everything it had. The roof, the last act, the place the good evenings find their way to, when they have more to give than the cafe could contain. What the rooftop adds to the evening that started somewhere with a ceiling, the cafe glass is now on the roof railing, the conversation continuing in the open air, the city below added to the conversation without being invited but welcome the whole evening better. For the migration from the ceiling to the sky, the best venue found at the last hour. She arrives with the others on the roof at 10, the evening already good, now better. The warmth, the view, the sky above, the city below, all of it improving what was already being improved by the evening itself. What the rooftop adds to the evening that started somewhere with a ceiling, the cafe glass is now on the roof railing, the conversation continuing in the open air, the city below added to the conversation without being invited but welcome the whole evening better. For the migration from the ceiling to the sky, the best venue found at the last hour. The evening ends up on the roof because that's where good evenings go, when they have used all the other rooms and still have more to give. The roof at midnight still going, the evening having moved through every venue it could find, and found the roof, the best one, the last one, the right one. The last drink on the last evening, on the roof for a while, the season not ending, just life resuming. The last call on the roof is not the last call of the warm season, just the last one on this particular roof, on this particular evening, with these particular people who will not reassemble in exactly this configuration, at exactly this height, on exactly this evening. The last call on the roof being the last of this specific thing. What makes the last call of the specific evening on the specific roof with the specific people worth noting? The glass is raised to nothing in particular, to the roof, to the city below it, to the warm May evening that hosted everything that happened here. The toast not sad said, just honest about what it is. Which is the final glass of this, the first of whatever comes next. Both true, both worth the raised glass. She is the last to go inside, stays for the final 5 minutes alone after the others have gone down. The city below still going, the roof still warm, the evening being what the evening is. When there is only one person left to receive it. What makes the last call of the specific evening on this specific roof with the specific people worth noting? The glass is raised to nothing in particular, to the roof, to the city below it, to the warm May evening that hosted everything that happened here. The toast not sad, just honest about what it is. Which is the final glass of this, the first of whatever comes next. Both true, both worth the raised glass. The last call on the roof is the evening saying goodbye to its best venue in the most gracious available way. Which is one more glass on the warm roof in the warm dark, with the city below still going as it always is. The last person down the stairs, the roof empty now, still warm from the evening that used it well. The door closing on what happened up there. The last warm evening on this roof, the season not over, just this particular arrangement of it. The May rooftop goodbye is not a sad goodbye. The summer is coming with more warm evenings, more rooftops, more views. But this one, this May evening on this roof, with this particular quality of light, is ending, and the ending deserves the acknowledgement that endings deserve. What the particular evening on the particular roof deserves before it closes, the acknowledgement that it happened. The last glass on the warm stone, the last look at the city in this light, the particular arrangement of sky and buildings that this specific evening made, not repeated, never exactly this again. The warm air still here, still giving what it gave. All evening worth the staying for, worth the acknowledgement of what it was. She takes the long way down the stairs, one more look at the city from the door before closing it. The view already different from the view at the top, both worth seeing, both part of the same May evening is now complete. But the particular evening on the particular roof deserves, before it closes, the acknowledgement that it happened. The last glass on the warm stone, the last look at the city in this light, the particular arrangement of sky and buildings that this specific evening made, not repeated, never exactly this again. The warm air is still here, still giving what it gave. All evening, worth the staying for, worth the acknowledgement of what it was. The May rooftop goodbye is the season, practicing the larger goodbye that October will make. When the cold returns and the roof closes for the winter, for now just this. One May evening on one roof, acknowledged and complete. The roof door closed, the stairs descended, the evening behind her complete. The summer ahead with more of this, but not this, which was enough, which was everything. Midnight, and still on the roof, the warm night having made going inside an option rather than a necessity. Midnight on the roof in May is proof that the season changed something in the calendar of reasonable behavior. The midnight that used to mean inside, now meaning still here, still warm, still the city below, still the sky above, still the combination worth staying up for. What midnight on the roof offers, that midnight inside would have missed the whole city at its quietest, most honest hour. The city below at midnight, at its minimum volume, the streets empty to the essential people, the lights still on, but for fewer reasons. The sky above finally dark enough to be fully dark, the height receiving both the quiet streets and the dark sky at the hour when both are most themselves. She is still there at midnight, having come up at 9, having stayed through the pink sky, through the amber, through the dark. Now at the midnight that the warm night made possible, without requiring anything except the willingness to stay. What midnight on the roof offers At midnight inside would have missed the whole city at its quietest, most honest hour. The city below at midnight, at its minimum volume. The streets empty to the essential people, the lights still on, but for fewer reasons. The sky above finally dark enough to be fully dark, the height receiving both the quiet streets and the dark sky at the hour when both are most themselves. Midnight on the roof is the reward for the person who stayed past the reasonable hour, past the comfortable hour, and to the hour that only the warm night makes available to the person who didn't go inside, when inside was the easier choice. The midnight on the warm roof, the city at its honest hour, the sky at its darkest, both of them worth the staying, worth every hour that preceded this one.